Modded. Hi guys, Andy Work back again with episode 38 of Show Me the Modded Thing. And this is an eye-opener. So, if you've got anything you want to submit, email it to me at showmethemoddedthing@gmail.com, and let's jump straight in with somebody from Hungary. He goes by the name of Khangengis, and he says he's a decorator and he's been turning, which I assume is his word for modding, for 4 years. Building unique things. The main direction is production of lifelike weapon replicas, post-apocalyptic cyberpunk stuff. He says he doesn't use 3D printed parts because the ones he's used in the past haven't been all that strong, and he doesn't have a printer anyway, so he builds everything himself from household and decorative waste. It is very important aspect to tune these launchers internally because I use them in all serious battles. So not are they gorgeous, they're functional. That is astounding. I mean, this first one is amazing. He sent me a stack. I'm going to spread them over the next few movies. But this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. Love the weathering. I love the backstory simply by putting an American flag on it. That's cute. I've been trying to identify the blaster, but I have no idea how much stuff he's added to the body. Oh, it has dart zone on it. Okay, so that's a start. But other than that... And even things like the folding buttstock he's got in this thing, made out of aluminium. Man after my own heart. I love it. And screws. You know, I love screws. I don't like glue, but this is brilliant. It's just so well done. He's taken his time, of course. You should see some of the others. You will in future weeks. But this is amazing. And the level of wear and dirt and muck on this thing is just breathtaking. I absolutely love it. He's got it down pat. It's brilliant work. Absolutely brilliant work. Oh, so envious. I'm going to have to fly to Hungary now. Okay, let's move on with the next one. All right, next on the firing line is a fellow by the name of Scott C. And Scott is from Southern California. There you go. I'm not sure. He hasn't sent me any information on the build details, but he does mention he wanted to get in the movie industry as an effects man. Whether he did or not, that's not clear. The blasters themselves look pretty good. Nice, neat paint jobs. They do look like they probably could have been used for props. There's no safety orange or anything. Even this X-Shot that he's built, which is, I just did one of these a few days ago. Just the painting really brings it to life. Otherwise, it's a pretty flimsy looking thing. But he's done a really, really nice job here. Lots of silver in his work, which is fair enough. Everybody has their own aesthetic. But the thing I really like about all his stuff is he's gone to the trouble to make a packing case for them. He's got himself a commercially available packing case of some kind. I don't know where from. Looks quite futuristic it is. And he's gone for a Star Wars theme on it. 3D printed some plates to stick on the outside, which would be an easy thing to do relatively. Then he's actually wired the thing up. For what, I don't know. Maybe he's going to get Netflix on it, I don't know. But, you know, sound, beeping, lights, and when you see the finished image, it's just brilliant. Whether they'd have wheelie containers in the Star Wars universe and not anti-grav, I don't know. But it's really, really well done. It certainly looks the part, could be in any science fiction movie. And the blasters just fit in so well. And you can see how big it is by that Halo MA40 up in the top corner there. This guy just does gorgeous work. I do hope he sends some more in and with a bit more detail about any mods he's made to them. Well done, Scott. Love your work. Right, next up we've got one from Jericho Art. And he says he worked on this during a cold, wet summer. I have a double-barrel Busby blaster, and it is a Walking Dead Rick Grimes double-barrel shotgun that is ejecting shells. Cool. He decided to make it into a sawn-off Mad Max with a steampunk colour scheme to match up his other Dark Horizon blasters. He's got a bit of a backstory to it, but what is more important, he spent several paragraphs explaining, is if you decide to mod one of these, be careful about the pistol grip, because you'll see in the close-up how these things have lots of wires and cables in the handles to make the whole cocking mechanism work, a series of pulleys and levers. And he cut it just a centimetre too short, so he's got to build it back up again. So the guides can control a small armature that travels down them. In this case, it pops out at the moment and it causes him some hassle, so he has to rebuild it. So you'll see in the close-up photo that you can just see the guides there, and the way he's got a little lump of plastic toggle block on the cable so it doesn't slip inside. As he says, he cut it 1 centimetre too short, and without that, it doesn't work quite properly. But it's a really good idea. I've got one somewhere from somebody I picked up, same sort of thing, shell ejecting shotgun, which I'm going to cut down into a Mad Max thing. And I'll keep that in mind. But it does look really good. I like the colour scheme, really rough and ready. And even the brassy, coppery coloured chamber barrels. Very cool looking little toy. Very Mad Max. Nicely done, mate. Nicely done. So next on the firing line, we've got one is from SamN. And he says, the blaster I'm showing is modded Crazy Shark GL06 Nerf grenade launcher from an M416 gel blaster. Oh, okay. It has an upgraded double spring from a different version of this blaster concept that broke the original spring. Okay. It's quite hard to prime, as seen in the video, and I'll show you that at the end there. It comes with 3 shells that take elite-style darts, but can easily fit short darts in them without any modification. I've also created a mega shell as shown in the pictures and video. It is made from an old shell with a plunger tube from a broken blaster and I cannot remember. Okay. Gorgeous looking thing. I love the artwork on it, the little shark mouth and everything. And how it's paint is nice, clean, probably not even painted, I don't know. Could be the original markings as well. But it is a good-looking little thing. Honestly, when I saw the first photo of it, when I opened the email, I thought, a Mandalorian blaster. But I was wrong. Very similar looking, though. Yes, but here's an image of the shell he's made, which looks quite janky, as Captain Xavier would do. But when you look at the video of him priming it and firing the thing, the effort he puts into priming it, it's like pulling a crossbow. Just watch this. This is amazing. Two-handed, for the amount of power it's putting out. The spring seems at one of the same time strong and not strong. Or maybe our modder here is not that strong in the upper body. Who knows? But very nice. I love the look of it. All right, moving on. We've got Hades Wrath. And Hades Wrath is not the name you'd associate with this build. He said it is a new X-Shot long DMR dubbed Ghost. 18 kilo spring, 550mm barrel, metal PT, metal catch, paint scorched the body, then grey primer, 2 shades brown acrylic, 2 shades green acrylic applied with various textures. Barrel has real tree bark, which was treated with polyurethane, then matte clear coat. The muzzle is cork pieces applied by hand and painted with matte clear. The scope is a dual large sniper scope with a red dot on top. Foliage is a mix of artificial and real, the real being treated with polyurethane. I've added a comparison picture. Yes, you have. And what you've done to a long shot is blasphemy. I mean, yeah, I can understand, wanting to be camouflaged and stuff, but you put this thing down, you'll never find it again in the bush. It's just really weird. Some of the things people do are just strange. I mean, the only reason you can tell this is a blaster is because there's a pistol, a forward hand grip there. But, weird, really weird. Not so much a video about a blaster, more a video about foliage. But there you go. Everybody has their own taste and their own ideas, and I'm not going to complain about it. Okay, next up we have another one from Ronald D, and it's his latest finished product is an X-Shot kickback and a Nerf Fang integration, plus a cheap hammer shot knockoff grip added for more comfort. There you go. See, even cheap blasters have some use. The kickback hits much harder than the Fang, and the moving slide is fun to use. I also chopped off the AR part from the Fang and added it to the front of the kickback. Oh, okay. It got a 3D printed tilted side mount pick rail and a scope built from scratch. This way it looks like a blaster right from the Star Wars universe. Oh, okie dokie. Fair enough. A bit of weathering, brown, sand, rust and some silver for and the usual scratches. Kickback function still works. Very nicely done. Again, good, clean painting from Roland. He's a really talented modder. And you have a couple of build photos here of it. You can see the reason he put that pistol grip on, because these X-Shot grips are just, well, they're made for kids, aren't they? Obviously. But, yeah, that's very, very nice. I'd like to know how he actually put it on, how much work he had to go through to get that sorted. But obviously fits the person's hand, the adult hand. And another really nice photo just showing you can make something out of anything. It looks like, I don't know, a tube for lollies or maybe some of that epoxy putty or something. And it's just a cosmetic thing painted up and it looks great. I mean, they do it all the time in Hollywood. The number of things that are made out of cheap, flimsy plastic and even paper sometimes is mind-boggling. And once it's painted, it looks gorgeous. A really nice mod, this one. I love the two-tone sort of wood on the pistol grip. Very sort of personal touch there. A bit of a Star Warsian gunman rolling around. Well, very nice work, Roland. Very nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Moving on. Now, sometimes when you reach out to people and ask for build details and photos, you get a lot of stuff. You get pages and pages. Or, like this one, you get an email with an address, a subject line, and 2 photos. And it says, I'm assuming these are the Royal Manticorian Rifle to, what do you call these things again? Ravens. And I have no other information. I don't know if they've been modded, if they've got, faster cages, lipos, whatever. Just this photo and the next photo of a couple of black painted ravens. He's still got the orange tip for safety. Very nicely done. And that's it. And both photos are practically the same, except the other side's got a little manticore sort of image on it. So I guess that's where the name comes from, but I can't tell you anything else about it. I don't even know where this person is in the world. So, moving on. Okay, we're back with insanity. It's Papa Bludgeon again. It's a zombie strike Max shot. He says, my name is Max, my world is fire, blood, and now the undead. I crossed the plains of violence and found the remains of a city where the dead walk. I must now fight my way out of this cursed place. I wonder if he's talking about Washington. This is an X-Shot Micro Reshell number 3 from Gen Con Megaworks that I've dubbed Max Shot to celebrate both Mad Max and Halloween. Oh, I see. That's the way he's going. This is a 3D printed shell that houses 2 X-Shot micros that can be a single or dual fire from separate triggers. The great thing about this design is that you can reuse the screws from the X-Shot's micro in the build. I think that's a great shot about most Nerf mods, isn't it? As a PSA, make sure the teeth on the 3D printed bars are pointing up. I almost got on a spot. I'll bother with that. Okay. This will probably be included in my Book Week costume next year. Okay, fair enough. It's a cute little thing. Very much like a Derringer or a holdout gun. And even these build, he's given us some images of the build and how it goes together. I'm wondering if he's got a YouTube where he can put these things up, because these are just so cool and cute. And this final photo, it just looks so much like a Derringer to me. I mean, there's something a gambler or a call girl would have stuck somewhere, and I'm not going to go any further than that. Brilliantly done, mate. Brilliantly done. He's always pushing the edge with what can be achieved and what he likes to do. Okie dokie. Jumping up next is Edward W, and he's just gone nutty on us. This is gorgeous. What he's done, he's took a Nerf gun grinder, cut the barrel off first, then painted it up to look like a DeWalt brand grinder, and then completing it with stickers and a cloth wrap. And that's all he tells me. So I got no functional information, but it's gorgeous. I mean, how clever is that? I mean, just making it look like a power tool rather than a blaster. It's just brilliant. I mean, okay, a grinder with a shoulder stock. I guess you got cut some pretty hard stuff, but lean into it. And the weathering and detailing is just gorgeous as usual with Edward's work. And it's the funny thing about yellow and light colours, but especially yellow, when you dirty it up, it just looks so realistic. It's just gorgeous. It really is. He's done a really good, interesting job on this. A real sort of different take on something. Okie dokie, moving on. Now this one I was a bit wary of putting in because I wasn't sure it was actually a Nerf blaster when I first looked at it. But I did a little bit of research and apparently they do exist. This is what's called this is from Leroy L. And the list he sent me here is Nerf BK1S AEB blaster build. Accu Blue B-card, Novesk N4 handguard, Surefire M600 scout light, NGAL laser designator, EFLX red dot, Ranchivist modular optics mount, Strike Industries ambi folding stock, KAC micro front sight, Axiom light and laser switch. And that's all he tells me. Now, looking at the photos, I saw the orange barrel, so I thought, okay, give him the benefit of the doubt, did some research and found out these things are a thing, an all-electric Nerf blaster. I don't know if they're made by Nerf, probably not, but are available, so it does fall in the scope of this video. Very nice paint job, really lovely. Obviously, I would say with all the equipment he's got on, he uses it for games. He's very specialised, so he's not interested in the cosmetic side of dirtying up and all that sort of thing. Personally, I would not take this out in public anywhere because it looks too much like a real firearm to be safe. But it's a very nice job. I wonder if he'd done the painting himself. I have no information on that. Lovely work. I have no information on the performance either, but I don't think that would really stack up against the regular Nerf guns. I think from the videos I watched, they shoot a lot harder and quicker. So that's that one. And last of all, we have William T. And he says, this is my Aeon Pro. I started with removing the graphic insert and laid out a fade paint job with a semi-gloss clear. Used a barrel from a Nexus Pro X, epoxied in for greater air seal. Using a dark zone heavy spring spacer averaging 210 FPS. Added some worker goodies, stock, foregrip, etc. Not much of a mod, but I guess a fun blaster. Well, what is a mod? I mean, God, you could just put a new muzzle on something and that's a mod. That's the way I did my very first one. And this is pretty good. Nice and clean, neat, bright colours. Obviously a gaming blaster. Nobody's going to get hurt playing with this. I am wondering about that stock. Just how stable are those? I'd really like to know because it just looks like a couple of bits of wire. Rod, sorry. But yeah, okay. It looks very compact, like the rakishness of it and the angles. Like most blasters I see, I'd like to get one and paint it up. But yeah, again, William's done another nice, neat, clean job. I don't know how much of this is actually painted, but it still looks really, really good, as I said. Very safe to play with. And all around a lovely looking blaster. Okay, guys, that's it for this time. I'll be back next month. I'll also, some of you may know, I've just posted my first build movie in a while. That's up and available on the channel. And I'll be getting on with that too. That is a cosmetic body kit for Retaliator, so that'll probably be a quick build. I'm just looking forward to the painting part of it. But, so until either of those go up, see you next time and happy modding. Bye for now.